So what's good YouTube, back with another tutorial today. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to edit your photos on Adobe Lightroom 5. So now this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to blur out the background, make it a little bit more clean and crisp to post on your social media accounts or even just on your website or anything like that. Hopefully you enjoyed today's vlog. As always, hit that subscribe and like button. So let's get started. Right, so I've just imported the two photos I'm going to be editing today. So I'll just open up the first one. This is it here. Now, it's not much of a big picture. It's just me on the phone, on the ground. That's it there. So no blurred background. Colors are a little bit dull. There's nothing really special about this photo just yet. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be brightening all the colors in the background, so all your greens, the grass. I'll be blurring this as well. I may keep that all clear just to add a bit of character to the photo. So what I normally do is I go over to the side here, and under develop, you want to click that right there. And it pulls up all these little grids here. So all of these, you can change your exposure. So make it a little bit brighter, contrast, just adds that little bit there. And then you can go through, so I normally like to play with my vibrance of the photo. So as you can see, it starts tweaking some of the colors, making it a bit brighter. Clarity, I want just a little bit higher, so not too much. So by doing that, the photo really starts becoming clean and crisp. Now I'll put up before and after photos in this video so you can really see the difference from start to finish. So now I've just played with those two. I'm going to up the greens a bit more, so really bring out the greenness in the lawn. So as you can see, this is before and after, so it really makes the greens pop. Now I'll turn up the aqua just a little bit, so I want to bring out the blue on my shirt. Purple I'll do slightly. The red normally just adds like a little bit of skin color to my flesh, and it really brings out that coloring. Now what you want to do is, I'm happy with those colors and the clarity of that, but I want a blurred background all around here just to add that depth to the photo, and I may even darken it a little bit. So what I want to do now is you want to go over to your side panel again, and you want to click this little button here. So it's like a brush. Now to change it, you can just scroll up or down on your mouse and it will change the size of your brush. See the diameter ring around that? It changes as I scroll up and down. Now you've got some different effects already set into the custom templates. What I like to use is the burn darken effect. And then I turn the exposure all the way down. So as you can see, as I paint, it leaves like a black stroke. Then once I'm happy with it later on, I'll turn that exposure up and it slightly disappears. So now I'll just do a time lapse of me painting around myself and getting all that done. So as you can see now, I've darkened all around the back of my photo. Some little spots of it you can just touch over in the exposure part, but majority of the photo, except that little corner there, I've touched up. Now some of it, I've accidentally hit my arm just around here and just on my forearm there. So that adds like a dark effect, as you can see, just around there. What you want to do is go back over to your side panel here, scroll down to the erase, and then that'll give you an erase tool. So you can just go through and slightly erase around your forearm or the parts that you've accidentally hit with the darken effect. And that way, when you're editing it or changing the contrast next, it doesn't affect your skin tone or anything like that. So you want to go around the outline of your body and try and not hit any parts of it. So It really adds that glow when you leave that slight gap around your body. See around my head and that, it's like a halo effect. Now when I go over to my exposure and slightly up that, there's not much effect. So that's when it before. Now I want a little bit darker so my body stands out. So what I want to do now is I want to get rid of all this noise. But first I said I wanted to keep that tree in frame. So I'll go back to exposure down and erase my tree that I've accidentally painted. So just simple, I'm just doing this very rough, but it gets majority of the tree trunk in frame. So just like that, I've pretty much covered all of it because it's just a straight line. Now what I want to do is bring the exposure back up. I want to darken it just a little bit. And you want to go over to noise. So noise, I just lower it right down. Sharpness, I cut down as well. So that adds like a little blurred. So there's before and after. Not much effect you can see on the camera, but I just like to turn all of these here all the way down. The other one you want to do is clarity. So as you can see in the background, I change the clarity and it adds a slight blur to it. And you can already see from around my body that it's already gone blurred and my body's standing out a bit more. Now what I want to do is I may want to get rid of some of the shadows. So you just play with the switch over here, shadows like so, and it just gets rid of it. You can change your highlights or anything like that. But now I'm happy with that blurred effect in the background. If anything, I may just want it a little bit darker. So I'll just change my exposure like that. And now my photo really stands out. So it's quite simple. You can change the saturation if you want as well. But I'm quite happy with that. So you just click off that button right there. And then you're back to standard settings. Now normally I like to change the orange part of the color chart, which is just down here right there. I like to bump that up just a little bit so it looks like I've got a slight tan. Not too much that it makes me go orange and red like it's doing now. I like to just take it down just that little bit so it gives me some skin tone and color, because I never had a tan on in this photo. It makes me look good now. The other thing you want to do is crop. So just this square button up here, crop overlay. Now sometimes this little padlock is locked up here. You just want to unlock that and slightly adjust. Now I want this palm trunk halfway in to add some character to the photo. This side of the photo I'm just going to bring all the way across. So as you can see, like it gives that little bit of effect. Now I don't want my knee or me holding my leg, so I'm just going to bring it up that little bit. Now as you can see, there's top of the fence and that there. That's okay, I don't mind that in my photo. But if you want, you just crop it, drag it across, so now that way it's all out of frame. Once you hit that, hit done. That'll render that. Now you just go up to the top here and hit fit. And that way it puts it all in character. Now how different does that look for a photo that we started with? Hopefully you picked up some good little tips from that video from editing just in about 10 minutes on a basic photo that I took out in my backyard to something that looks half by a professional or taken by a decent camera. Now all of my photos I've been taking with my little Canon handheld portable camera and just editing them on Photoshop Lightroom. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that like button down below. And also hit that subscribe button because it does really help out. Leave your Instagram name below and I'll be sure to go check out your page as well if you've edited any photos. Just leave it in the comments below and I'll go check it out and make sure to comment and like on your photo. If you'd like to see any other tutorials or anything like that, just let me know in any of my comments below and I'll be sure to try and edit up a footage or anything like that tutorial wise and help all you guys and girls out. Most of my Instagram pictures I like to keep in a theme of all fitness because that's just my page. Now you can take an average photo on your iPhone and even use an iPhone app Facetune or something like that. I can show you what apps I use in another video. If you're interested about that, just let me know in the comments below, because I know some people don't have the ability to use some of these programs on their computer. So I can use some of these free apps I've got on my phone to teach you guys and girls how to edit on your phone as well. As always, hit that subscribe and like button. See you all tomorrow.